Hey yo, hey, how you doing? Hey, this is me. It's me, Steve. Welcome to my YouTube channel. And I just want to say, reason why I'm talking, I got something to talk about. And I believe personally, if you got something to say, you should have something to talk about. Significant, not just something stupid or dumb. This is unpositive. All right, here we go. My channel has to do with, I work with disability people. I know people who have disabilities, but I don't make my life about making excuses for disabilities. All right, and everybody got their own types of disabilities. Some people got dyslexia, some people got ADD, ADHD, autism, bipolar, whatever it is. But we as human beings, we got to learn how to work through our stuff. And last time I checked is that some of the most significant people changed the world were people with disabilities, whether they be intellectual, whether they be perceptual or conceptual, or physical or mental or emotional. People who really made progress with their lives, made no excuses, and they went beyond their disabilities. All right, so the first video I'm gonna talk about has to do with the attitudes and being and knowing what I've experienced in my life, being that I have experience with ADHD, ADD, and I personally ain't gonna let it bother me. I ain't gonna let it control my aura, my life, my success, my failure rate. I believe in no excuses, no way of escape, but only forward. Only forward, never backwards. And my first topic is about attitudes. Your attitudes is everything. You should be certain attitudes you should avoid and certain attitudes you should take on. The thing is, first, if you want to be successful, you got to remember that how you think and how you feel determines your level of success and how much success you want. You can get a lot of success or you can get a little success. Now, me personally, I take ownership of my own self and I choose to lead by example. Now, the first sets of attitudes that coming from the community I've come from, people who have ADD or ADHD, and I personally look up to people with disabilities. I think they're some of the most phenomenal, successful people. And the first set of attitudes you should not have is the first one, self-pity. Thinking stuff like, why me? Why is this happening to me? Why? Well, just want to let you know, ain't nobody gonna ever feel sorry for you. Not a woman, not a man, not a boy, not a girl, nobody, not a black person, not a white person. Nobody's gonna rescue you from your self-pity. You gotta make a decision to get out of that mud, that mire. Whatever you in, for your reasons for self-pity, there's no reason to justify you being there. And there's only reasons to get out. And that's the ones you make up. Next attitude that's funky and you don't want to have is an unfair comparison to others. You do not want to have an unfair comparison in your mental capacity towards others and their success. And one of these attitude symptoms come from saying stuff like, I wish I would succeed like everyone else. Well, your success ain't going to be like everybody else. It's just not going to happen. You can cut that out. It's not going to happen. Your success is not going to be like exactly like my success. My success ain't going to be like somebody else's success. Exactly. The next attitude you need to get rid of is playing not to lose. Thinking that I don't want to let this progress go down. Well, the thing is, if you don't keep stacking progress on top of progress, then you're going to eventually enjoy living in the attitude, or you're gonna have to settle for that attitude of living in playing not to lose. And if you playing not to lose, you are constantly avoiding both the positive and the negatives, because you're more scared of the negative outcomes than the positive. And the more you run away from positives and running away from negatives, you'll never experience both the negative or the positive. You only deal with your fears and embracing that and letting your fears be more paralysis for you than anything else. Next attitude you do not want to have is low self-esteem. Feeling like I'm not good enough. I'm not worthy of success. Well, just want to let you know, the more you feel like you don't deserve success, you won't have it. And the people around you is only going to treat you the same way you treat yourself. whether it be for a love relationship, a business relationship, whatever you do, people are not going to treat you how you want to be treated until you treat you better, until you feel like raising your self-esteem up higher. And it ain't going to change until you feel better about it. Until you change it, it's not going to change. Like, it don't matter how much you look at exotic purses or exotic wallets. If you don't put enough reason behind you buying them, what's the hell reason for going on looking on their websites or visiting their stores if you don't feel like you're worth the best in life? I mean, forget it if somebody calls you materialistic. It's okay to want something nice for yourself, to be successful, to be happy, to be worthwhile, feeling to yourself. Success comes to those who feel like they deserve it, so they put the work in. You ain't got certain type of success because you don't feel like you deserve it. If you feel like you deserve something in this world, you gonna do whatever it takes to go get it, even if you gotta spend some of your favorite savings to go get what you want in this world. I don't care whether it's a Louis bag or alligator wallet. It's okay. Or you want a Birkin bag. That's your decision. Or some Under Armour or Adidas in your closet. You only go after in this world what you feel you worth and feel like you deserve. You ain't forget about what other people think about you. It don't matter. You'll cancel out buying those things or investing those beautiful things in yourself if you got the low self-esteem that blocks it. Next attitude you want to avoid is the attitude of being an impatient crybaby. Why am I not successful already? Why am I not where my friends are? Why am I not there yet? It should have happened by now. Two reasons why that stuff, people practice this attitude. One, because they're unwilling to do the work to be successful at whatever level they really want to be successful at. And then also, people are unwilling to pay the price. You're unwilling simply to do the work, and you're unwilling to pay the price. Whatever the price is, you got to pay it. Whatever the work you got to do required to reach that type of success, you got to go for it. Flat out. You got to go for it. Flat out. No excuses. Next attitude is the attitude I call punk focus. Is saying stuff like, why can't I just get it just like somebody else? Why can't I just have it like somebody else? Why don't I understand things as fast as everybody else does? Well, you're not everybody else. Everybody has their own struggles and their own success. And honestly, I've settled in my mind and in my heart that some people succeed faster than others in certain ways because you never know what they're dealing with behind closed doors. They gotta be successful in extravagant ways for certain people. For certain peoples, they got extraordinary responsibilities on them for not just themselves, but for other people. And then sometime I found like the lives of extraordinary people, it could be that they ain't never had nothing good. They ain't never had nothing positive happen for them. They probably grew up in straight, complete, terrible upbringing, painful, sorrowful struggles as a child. They probably had to deal with a lot of poverty, and that's okay. If you want nice stuff and you want it, it's nothing to be ashamed of. If you pay for the stuff, by all means, enjoy it. I don't care whether it's a name brand purse, wallet. I don't care if you want a Bentley or a BMW, whatever thing you want, as long as you can pay for it, that's all that matters. So silence the critics in your mind and those who speak up when you actually do what you set out to do. Now that we've identified the wrong attitudes to have, and you got your issues, my issue has always been ADHD. And after this video, I'm gonna have more topics to talk about because we're gonna go on with it. Next set of attitudes we're gonna talk about is the right ones to practice. Number one is self-confidence. Believing and feeling like you can do anything you set your mind to. It should not matter whether you have the career or the clientele or this used to be a hard one for me. Self-confidence. But I'm working that out of my system. I'm working it out. I lost some good and I lost some bad situations in my life. But you know what? I hold myself responsible for that because I feel like I wasn't self-confident enough. And everybody has to work through those things. Those things about being self-confident, you gotta work that out of your system. You got to work these things out of your system. And the simple startup, this first kick in the pants to having self-confidence is believing simply this, that I could do it. You fill in the blanks, whatever it is, whether it's learning how to cook, learning how to drive, learning how to be a parent, learn how to be a stepdad or stepmama, whatever it is, learning how to love somebody, learn how to do a business, or learning how to be teachable, learning how to be in a leadership position. It's all on you. You just say the words, I can do this, and the universe will help you fill in the blanks. But you got to fill it in, and you got to step it up. Next attitude we going to step into is what I call unique creativity. I succeed and prosper on my own terms. I succeed and ball out on my own definition, within my own comfort. I don't live to succeed and prosper like everybody else. Yes, I ball out. Yes, I prosper in my own way, but I do it my way. Like Frank said, I did it my way. Next is playing to win. Now that's the attitude you want to have. I equate this to a person who's in the game. I used to be an athlete. You get in the game, you experience the hits, the blows. I used to play football. The thing is, I personally believe that if you're going to get in the attitude of playing to win, you got to believe stuff like this. I'm going hard in the paint to win. I'm not avoiding losses. I'm not avoiding wins. I'm going for the wins more than I experience the losses. The losses will come just like the wins. It's a part of the game. But you have to go for it. And don't care about what other people think. You just keep playing to win. There's always going to be critics. Anybody who ever did anything significant in this world has critics. And you got to learn how to silence the voices. Yeah, the voices are all around you, but you got to learn how to silence the critics. Because what they eat, you don't digest. And you don't defecate. But the thing is, you stay focused. Remember, you are playing the game to win in business, in your marriage, in your finances, in your faith, in your family, whatever you apply this to. You're playing to win. Like me personally, I'm playing to win in business. I'm playing to win in marriage. I'm playing to win in life. I'm playing to win as a parent. I'm playing to win in everything. And I don't care who like me. I don't care who thinks I'm a nerd. I don't care who thinks I'm materialistic or money hungry. I don't care. Because that's how you break the cycle of thinking about playing not to lose. When you play not to lose, you stay on the sidelines. You're the equivalent to somebody who's a spectator, but not a participator. A person who's playing to win says something like, man, I don't care what losses come, because the wins are more important. There's going to be wins, there's going to be losses, but I take it with a grain of salt. And I'm going for the wins. Yeah, the loss is going to come, but I'm going for the wins harder than the losses could ever hurt me. Next attitude is high self-esteem. I deserve success. I want success. I'm worth it. In a day, I said to myself, I am worth great success. I deserve to be a baller. I deserve to have great income, great prosperity, great abundance, and not have to worry about the bill when it comes. The minute, the day, the hour that I made that decision to play to win and then to have high self-esteem, I had to start believing I got more than enough. I deserve to surround myself with the people who want me around. I deserve to surround myself with people who feel that I'm worth it. And I believe and I fill my mind with the thoughts that say, I'm worth it. I'm worth great success. I'm worth great abundance. And part of being successful and having high self-esteem is surrounding yourself with people who believe the best about you, who, one, celebrate who you are. And you should celebrate who you are. But also, as you're celebrating you, remember there's a fine line between confidence and arrogance. And always remember that. Confidence uplifts yourself and uplifts others. Arrogance, the only thing about arrogance that's different from confidence is that arrogance is when you start to put other people down. But confidence is everything. Confidence helps, especially when you got high self-esteem. When you raise your high self-esteem, then you start to work on your high self-image and developing a stronger self-image. When you got high self-image and you raise the bar for yourself internally, you'll start to realize this one thing, that self-worth is more important than net worth. If your finance is funky right now, but you feel like you worth more, you worth millions, you worth billions, then in your self-worth raised up, then your net worth will catch up. Your net worth will catch up. As long as you raising up your self-worth. If you raise that self-worth through the roof, your net worth, give it time, it's going to raise up with it. Self-worth is more important than net worth. And once you kick in those three things, that self-esteem to real high mode, and that self-image into high self-image, and that self-worth kicks in, and then your net worth will kick in later. Your net worth will kick in much later. Give it time. The paperwork will come. Next attitude is that patient fearlessness. When you don't care about what other people think about you, you just fearless in the pain. You said, this is the attitude I got. I'm a fearless person, regardless of the economy, regardless of race relations, regardless of it all. I am patient. I give it time. I know the success is compounding on top of others. Success is about stacking your skills. You got to stack your skills on top of skills, skills on top of skills. You got to stack your skills. And when you got the attitude of patient fearlessness, you say to yourself stuff like this. Hey, I'm going to be successful and I give it time. I'm winning. Every day I wake up, I'm winning, and I'm collect every win that I can collect every day. Whether it's in my job, whether it's in improving my attitude, improving my business, growing my business from thousands to millions to billions, from growing my spiritual life, anyway, every way. Life is about, I'm patiently fearless. I'm giving it time. I know it's going to take time. And you know, anything, if once you dig all in to something and you do it, man, success going to catch up with you. And the paperwork and everybody else in the network will catch up to you. But you got to be patiently fearless. That is the attitude you definitely want to have, whether you got disabilities or not. I know I got to be patiently fearless with myself and everybody else too. Success comes to those who are patient with it and fearless about it and don't care what other people think. Like whether you a home-based baller or whether you out there in the streets or whether you're a domestic worker like a housewife or a home-based business owner, whatever you do, you got to have that patient fearlessness. Number one, knowing I'm giving it time. I'm giving it the energy because I know it's the success over time will manifest in great rewards. And then the last attitude you got to have is a boss focus. I got boss focus. I'll let myself get whatever it is when it comes to me in my mind and in my comprehension. I used to get mad at myself years ago. Why can't I get the information? Why can't I understand things as fast as other people? It don't matter that it takes you longer than somebody else. What matters is that you stay with it and you got that boss focus, that you're not comparing yourself to others and you give it time for your mind to catch up to the information you learning, whether it's how to build a new business, whether it's how to do a new skill, whether you're stacking a new skill on top of other skills, whether you learn how to be a boyfriend, whether you learn how to be a husband. In any new thing you learning, it's going to take time for you to comprehend it. But don't ever think that you're not smart enough to do it, because you got the brains, you got the brilliance. The good Lord, he gave you all the brains you need. Just because you got disabilities, whether it's physical or mental or intellectual, you still got the brains, you still got intelligence. Ain't nobody in this world a mistake. And like I say all the time, God don't make no stupid mistakes. God makes blessings. Let's go. Now once we got these right attitudes in place, you got to take the right action. And the right action is got to be taken every day, consistently. It's over time. You get the success, but you got to finish it up. You got to stack it up with the right actions. Number one, you got to use your quiet time. Number one, you got to have some quiet time. Quiet time to use your imagination and to figure out that, hey, this is who I want to be. And who you creatively want to be, you should draw that on paper. I don't care whether you got to use some crayons, color pencils, and paint, whatever you got to do. Whoever you want to be that person. Whoever the person you want to be in this world, you got to write it out on paper. You got to draw him or her out and narrow your focus to be that person. I don't care how ridiculous or how weird that person may be to other people, but to you, if that's who you gonna be that powerful person in this world, regardless of what people think, regardless of what people feel about it, or you. You do it at all costs. Burn all the bridges and do that person. Be that person. Whether they're a businessman, whether they're a badass singer, a badass actor, a badass rapper, whatever you gonna do, be the best that you can. Whatever you do, commit yourself. I remember somebody said the achievement of your goal is assured the moment you commit yourself. So commit yourself. Use your imagination. Use your quiet time. There's a time in the morning where I guard my alone time. Even when I got parental responsibilities or marital responsibility, I still manage to have some quiet time in my mind, in myself, where I dig and I focus on that creative person I want to be, that badass creative person I desire to be. In business, in love, in life, in everything. I'm focused on that one person. And I know it's going to take time to become that person, but he's worth becoming that person. So my next step is this. Draw it out. Draw out that badass person you want to be. Be him, be her, whatever they are. And ridiculous as they may be to the untrained eye or to the people around us, you got to be that person. Next step, set a goal to become that person. Through the good, through the bad, through it all, people going to hate you. Forget them hating. If they hating, use it as a fuel to become that person you desire ultimately to be. Next, set your goal to accept yourself without comparing yourself to others in their imagination. Remember, this is your imagination you're using to become the person with all your flaws, with all your issues, to become that specific person. You trying to become that person. I'm not trying to become like this person over here or that person over there. I'm trying to do me. So number 2, like I said, set the goal to become that badass person you desire in your heart to be. Whoever he is, whoever she is, you be that person and you dedicate your whole life and all your energy to becoming that specific person. Third step, I want you to create a plan of action to become that boss version of yourself. And when I say boss person, I don't mean just somebody run a business. Now, if you want to run a business, that's fine. You do that. But when I mean the boss person of your life, I mean the person who is mature, the person who is aware of their and conscious of their being, conscious of how they want the world to look at them and how they look at the world and how the world might look at them. But they don't care about how other people think about them. A person who is boss of themselves is in control of their emotions and can admit to themselves like, hey, I feel a certain way. Or I want to do something, or I want to do nothing at all. But I'm cool with that because you ain't trying to impress nobody. A person who's boss of themselves is in charge of their emotions. If they want to make money today, they make it. If a person says that I'm the boss of myself, I don't want to make no money today, I want to chill, I just want to meditate, then you do that. But a person who's boss of themselves also don't let other people's storms bother them. I mean, because a person who's boss of themselves, boss of their mental, boss of their heart, boss of their spirit, boss of their environment, they don't let stuff easily upset them either. They keep it moving. And also when you're the boss of your life, you know how to sense what time it is in your life. Not just on your watch, but in your life, the seasons. Because you know life operates in seasons. And what you want to do is, you want to be the boss of yourself. And like I said, create a plan of action. Next step, take action. Take action. Do this plan of action every day without fail, regardless of people who say no to you, regardless of people who say yes to you. Remember, as you do these things, you are not I'm not trying to impress nobody. Who you gotta impress? Who you gotta impress? I mean, I ain't got nobody to impress but God and myself, but God and my wife. That's it. I ain't got nobody to impress. I ain't got nobody to impress. I'm comfortable in my skin. If I go through a whole day and I don't want to do nothing, I don't do nothing. If I want to go for a walk, I go for a walk. I'm focused. I'm comfortable in my skin. A lot of these people out here, they not the boss of themselves. And they don't take action on being the boss of themselves. They let other things, they let society, they let social media, they let the media, they let men, they let women control their life. I mean, if you're the boss of yourself, you should take action and feel damn good about it. Every day you take action doing this plan. And lastly, you need to believe it's worth it. You need to believe in who you're becoming, that it's worth the process. And you need to remind yourself that who you're becoming is more important than what people are saying about you. Because when you get to the end of your life, you're going to be like, it's all worth it. I'm Gucci. So, last step. I mean, and that's key. Who gonna believe in you if you don't believe in yourself and you don't believe in who the person you becoming? You gotta become that person. You ain't gotta impress nobody. And as long as you believe that and you remind yourself, I'm going somewhere special, and the person I'm becoming is special. I'm powerful. I'm cool in my own skin. And that's all I got to say. I mean, hey. And also, I'm gonna add, this is an extra thing. Surround yourself with the right people. Surround yourself with the right people. People who are actually worth you, worth your time. And be grateful to those who help you. Be grateful to all those people who help you, whether it be teachers, faculty, family, those who help you, those who add to your program, not subtract from it. Be grateful for those people. And I salute all those people who helped me, whether it be in high school, school, college, whoever. I salute those who helped me. I'm the boss of myself because of them. Because they invested in me, and I appreciate them. Whether they be teachers, classmates, students, they invested in me. They helped me mold myself into who I am right now. And I'm okay with that. Because I ain't got nobody to impress. I love everybody. I love me, and I love all those I want to surround myself with. I'm Gucci all day. Wear the clothes I want, drive the car I want, live in the neighborhood I want, surround myself and associate and love those who I want. You got to be the boss of yourself. It's your boy Steve. Keep in touch. And also, if you enjoyed this video, if you were helped by this video, I want you to like and subscribe to my channel. Give my page a thumb up. If you cool with it and it helped you in some way, shape, or form, like my page. Follow me, because I got more. Let's go.